Jeff,
Becca?
are you ready to talk about a movie?
Mm-hmm. Yeah?
Yeah? One of your favorite movies?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
Oh.
All right, welcome to the Close-Knit Cinema Podcast. Jeff and I are siblings who love to talk about movies.
So much.
Yes.
So much
So
love
much.
to.
And on this show, we talk about some of our favorite movies.
Mm-hmm.
And today, we're going to be discussing one of Jeff's favorites. And that is the 2010 movie Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Scott Pilgrim. Scott Pilgrim.
This movie stars Michael Cera and Mary Elizabeth Winstead and
Yep.
lots of other people that
Ooh.
I'm not going to mention because there's a lot.
there are a lot.
But
It is crazy.
those are the two main ones. It was directed by Edgar Wright, and then it has 3 writers listed: Michael Bacall, Edgar Wright, and Brian Lee O'Malley.
Now that last one that's the one who did the graphic novel, if I'm
Oh, is he?
I think so.
Okay, I did not look that up.
I
saw
hope I
3
got that
writers.
right. Because yeah, that explains a lot about this movie, I think, if you know going in that this is based off of a graphic novel series.
Yeah, and that didn't even occur to me until just like an hour prior to this podcast. I was still looking at some of the trivia.
Sure.
And it mentioned a graphic novel, and I was like, oh, okay.
I mean, if it makes you feel any better, I've never read it or even looked at it, which I should. Like, it's on my list of things to do someday is like check out the graphic novel, but I haven't.
All right. Well, keep me posted on that, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, my oldest is getting into graphic novels right now, so I'm like, the problem is I don't know content-wise if it's good for someone his age, but
Right.
like, I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Probably give it a glance first. Okay, a brief summary of this movie.
Oh.
Sorry, it's not very brief because I picked the summary I liked the most, and it's fairly lengthy. But
Okay.
Scott Pilgrim plays in a band which aspires to success. He dates Knives Chow, a high school girl 5 years younger, and he hasn't recovered from being dumped by his former girlfriend, now a success with her own band.
Mm-hmm.
When Scott falls for Ramona Flowers, he has trouble breaking up with Knives and tries to romance Ramona. As if juggling 2 women wasn't enough, Ramona comes with baggage, 7 ex-lovers, with each of whom Scott must do battle to the death in order to date Ramona.
And yeah.
Very not brief summary, but I felt like this one is so, I don't know, unique. Maybe a little bit more descriptive summary would be nice. I don't know.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, you felt a little bit like a modern movie trailer, but that's okay.
Oh, no.
Meaning maybe gave too much, but that's not what this podcast is
No,
about. We're not trying to
yeah.
be spoiler free necessarily.
That's true.
Not even close, really.
And I guess that defeats the whole point of me saying that it needed to be more descriptive, because I think ideally people listening have already seen the movie.
Hopefully. I mean, at the either that or they feel inspired to watch it after.
Yes.
Whether that actually happens, I mean, maybe.
Maybe. Well, diving in, Jeff, where does this movie fall on your list of favorites?
So I was being weird at the beginning because I totally forgot to check. So I was just checking really quick. It's
checking that it was
just where it was on my list.
Oh.
Of my top 20, it's it's near the bottom.
Okay.
It's not the lowest one, but it's one of the lower ones.
Lower top 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And why is this one of your favorite movies?
So this is interesting. I was thinking about this when I think about our lists that we have right now. There actually aren't very many that we saw together for the first time. And if I remember correctly, me and you went and saw this in the theater when it came out.
We did.
We did. And my recollection is that it was a fairly empty theater. I don't know if that's because of time of day or if it was because like the movie just didn't do that great when it came out. I think it didn't do very well, but
yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I think it sort of achieved a cult status over time, but like, I remember we went and saw it and I had seen some amount of advertisement for it. I knew of the idea that he had to fight her 7 evil exes. Mm-hmm. Like I knew about that concept, but I don't know. Going into it, I really didn't know what we were getting into. And it was like, I don't know. I had imagined your experience was the same. I just had never seen anything like it. It was just such a unique experience to the point that I wasn't even sure where I was at with it the first time. Mm-hmm. Like walked out of the theater. I think we were just like, what did we just watch?
Yep.
Like
you're literally repeating exactly what I wrote down.
It was just like, what is this movie?
Yeah, what did we just watch? I've
been trying to think about it. Like last night when I watched it, I started thinking because of the amount of craziness that's going on in this movie, it's almost like at the level of like a Naked Gun movie or Airplane movie where everything is just kind of a joke most of the time. Like it's also like everything's very heightened all the time. So like nobody's talking most of the time like a normal human being. Like everything is for, I don't know. I can't even describe what that is. Like, I don't know. Everyone is in on like, is trying to elevate it to a level so that it's like a play almost, like they're playing to an audience sort of, and which is funny because I actually really like this. Apparently Edgar Wright describes this movie as a musical, but instead of breaking out into song and dance, they get into fights.
Yep.
And these fights are like super video game-esque or anime-esque. I mean, a lot of comic book style choices here, which makes sense given it's a graphic novel.
Yes.
Yeah, but like afterwards I was just like, I know I need to watch that again. Like I have to watch this movie again at some point. And I don't remember how that came about. Like, was it on streaming a lot? Like, was it one of those things that showed up on Netflix really early on? And
I have no idea.
Eventually I got the Blu-ray and now I have the 4K, but like, I've always been able to watch it, it feels like, and
we had to have had it on DVD or something.
Probably. But, you know, like I said, like the movie just leans so heavily into the style of it, and it constantly, there's little gags here and there, largely in the form of like just little text blurbs, which I think is very graphic novel-esque. The video game references are hilarious and fun, and, you know, there's just all these little things going on. Every scene transition is also unusual. There's never a scene transition that's like normal. At least, not very often anyway. The cast is really great. Yeah. Like a lot of up and coming, like, I don't know, people who hadn't quite risen to total stardom or hadn't been that popular, but they got popular after this.
Yeah, there's a lot of big, like, people who are big now.
There's also some people who fizzled a little bit after this. Like, this was almost their peak. Like, I would argue Michael Cera, like, this is kind of where he peaked a little bit. He did make, I mean, he was in the Barbie movie recently, but he was kind of a side character.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
I haven't followed his career super closely, to be fair, but yeah, like, I mean, there's just so much going on. The music, I think, is fun. I don't even know what type of music it is necessarily. Is it just like indie rock? I mean, is it indie emo? Like, what is it? Grunge? I honestly don't know. Like, it's very different. Love the cast. And also, the thing I noticed when I was watching it last night, the movie still looks great.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it's aged really in any way.
Yeah, that's interesting too, because like they put all those video game effects that are like supposed to look, like a video game, and so they're a little bit fake, but that doesn't look bad at all.
No, because it's again, they made these stylistic decisions so that it's like, you don't care, it's like, it's fine that it's a pixelated little thing. That's on purpose.
Yep.
But also a lot of things feel practical, oddly. I don't know if you felt that. Like, a lot of it actually did feel practically done. I mean, obviously the blurbs and other things.
Yeah. Like, are you talking like CGI?
It didn't feel
It didn't feel like
overly
there was a
CGI.
lot. Yeah, surprisingly.
But I don't know. This movie's just kind of its own deal. And the thing that I've been thinking about too is like, anyone that I talk to about this movie, there's like two responses usually. It's like they love the movie, they're super into it, or they've never heard of it. Like, that always seems to be what happens. Is like, I've never even heard of this movie. What is that? No, but like all those things, I love it. They did the 10-year re-release, and I dragged a bunch of people to go see it, and some of them had seen it and loved it, and it was a lot of fun. Like, but yeah, it was fun to revisit. I hadn't watched it in a bit either, but it was a go-to for me for a little bit. So yeah, it's great, and I like that it's one of those few movies that we saw together. So
yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, that definitely is fun, having that shared memory, because we described it pretty much the same. I was going to say, we saw it together for the first time. And I said, like, I'm pretty sure we didn't know exactly what we were getting ourselves into, because we had that response, like, what did we just watch?
Yeah.
Like, I know we laughed a lot, but again, it was like such a unique, different thing to be watching. So
wait. To be clear, though, do you also like this movie?
Yes. Sorry, that's what I should have led with.
It's not in your top 10, to be clear.
No,
but you do like this movie.
Yes. So I definitely enjoy this movie, but it is not one of my favorites.
Sure.
Like, it wouldn't even be in my top 20. It's just not a favorite, but I do like it a lot. It's very fun. I specifically like how stylized it is. You mentioned that. Yeah. The uniqueness of it. I can't think of another movie like it. I don't know if you have any.
I keep thinking about that too. It's like, I mean, even like 500 Days of Summer does a little bit of the like visual gags and like throwing in some stuff, but it's like, this is on another level where it's constant.
Yeah, that's true.
But
that
like,
is a good comparison.
I had a hard time just saying there's nothing like it, because I haven't seen everything, frankly, but like, nothing that I'm aware of that is at this level and like this.
I'm sure there are comparable things, but in our watch list,
in our world of our little slice of cinema that we've seen, it's pretty unique.
Yeah, but I basically boiled it down to, I really like the movie mainly just because of the humor. Yes, I do love the uniqueness and style of it and the video game elements, but it really is, it's really funny. And it's interesting how you talked about how it's like at this high level, and like people don't talk like normal people like throughout the whole movie, because I was thinking that exact same thing. I described it as, it's like constantly comedic writing. Yeah. Like every line of dialogue is like meant to be a joke.
Yeah, it's all trying to, like, everything is trying to be unnatural and a little bit funny.
It's silly and very over the top. And as I said, constantly comedic. But I think that it's really well written for a comedy. Yeah. Because they have that constant comedic thing going on, and it doesn't feel wrong to me. Like, like it flows and is funny the whole time.
And it makes you wonder how much of that comes from the graphic novels, or how much of that is
Yeah.
coming from Edgar Wright or whoever else was helping in the writing. Because I mean,
Yeah.
Edgar Wright is sort of known for his comedies. I don't know actually if he writes all his comedies, but he's made some very like
Well-known.
funny ones. I don't
Shaun
know.
of the Dead.
Shaun of the Dead is one of them. Hot Fuzz is another. God, it seems like there was another one that like was part of a trilogy, but I can't remember what it was called.
Yeah.
I think I've seen those two, and then I watched Baby Driver. I don't know if you ever got around to watching that one.
I did. I watched that not that long ago.
He's. I mean, it's funny. I think there is like a through line or whatever. Like there is some commonality or stuff that's similar about his movies, and the humor I think is there in all of his movies for the most part. Baby Driver I don't remember being as laugh out loud funny, but it's certainly stylistic.
Yeah. No, definitely. But yeah, just really great humor.
Yeah.
Aside, like, even just the dialogue aside, there's a lot of repetitive humor where they repeat the same like gag, and that comes off really funny, like with his hair and the hat. And,
anyone mentions his hair and it's like the hat comes on immediately.
Yes, there's a lot of repetitive things like that are so good. And I also mentioned reaction shots.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of just showing other people reacting or giving looks to other people. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
And the last thing I had for why I like it is I like how it flows. I mean, we kind of touched on that. Like, it's crazy that it is like constant comedy, but I think it still works and flows.
Yeah.
But something that stood out to me watching it last night is that I don't feel like it ever really slows down.
Interesting. Yeah.
I feel like it jumps in very quickly.
Sure.
Like, it immediately is like, here's the main character, and you're just like in his life, and it just very quickly introduces all these other characters with the little tags.
Yep.
And like it's
Yep.
all done very, very quickly, and it sets up the story very quickly. But for some reason it works just fine in my opinion. It doesn't
Sure.
feel like you're just like out of breath watching it. I don't know.
I have some thoughts on that. I'll talk about it later.
Contradictory thoughts.
We'll get to it. We'll get to
Okay.
it. But I do have some thoughts on what you're saying.
Okay. We will get to it later then. All right, then moving on. What do you think this movie is trying to say?
So this I mean, watching this movie, it was like I was trying to think of like, okay, what is this getting at? And frankly, this movie is not, in my opinion, that type of movie.
It does not have a deep message.
I mean, it has a message.
It does.
But it's like, it's so cliche or silly at the end of the day that I'm just like, it's almost not worth mentioning. But
Yes.
I will mention a couple of things that I pulled out of my butt or whatever. But no. The one thing that stands out, and again, I think these are pretty obvious, but the thing that I noticed is they're trying to say, it feels like, that insecurity is super unhealthy in a relationship.
Okay.
I
didn't pull that one out.
I think that's a big one, is like you need to have some amount of confidence in yourself going into a relationship. I mean, it's that idea of like, you know, if you can't like love yourself or whatever, it's harder for other people, like, to let other people love you and care about
Right.
you. And I think that's kind of the big reveal, is that he goes through that fight at the end twice. The first time he's like, oh, I gained the power of love, because he admits his love to Ramona. But then the second time he gains his confidence and loses some of his insecurities. And he says, I'm going to do this for me. And
That's true.
Scott gained the power of self-respect, you know,
Yeah.
like, I mean, it's again, it's right there, but like, I think that's a big part of it, is that
so
idea.
Funny that I misremembered that second.
Yeah.
No, not that there was a second one. I just always assumed that his like second power up there wasn't self-confidence. I thought it was like the fact that he finally apologized to for
Well-
what he had done, but
well-
that's after.
I mean, that's after, but that's
Yeah.
part of it too. That's kind of the next thing that I was going
Yep.
to say, is that part of growing up is kind of owning up to your mistakes. You know, being able to admit that you were wrong, and realizing that you went through an immature phase and just recognizing that. I think that's a big thing. So that was his growth in the movie, from my perspective. Outside of that, I mean, nothing else seriously comes to mind.
No.
So, but
Yeah,
you know,
I mean, I'm
not bad messages by any means.
no, not bad. Just it's like you said, it's not like you watch this movie
No.
with that in mind. You're watching it because of the comedy and the funny lines and all that. But no, I mean, mine's not much different, and you touched on it already. I think the big focus for me on the message would be taking responsibility for your mistakes and apologizing to the people that you hurt or wrong.
Yep.
I did mention, if I'm really grasping for more, obviously that leads into forgiveness as well. You do have him apologizing, and also all these women that he's hurt, his band member Kim and Knives. They forgive him at the end as well, and I think there's a tiny hint of that.
I think the part with Kim is for some reason that hits harder than the rest of it.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
Yeah, because she's just such a
she's so upset with him the
bitter
entire movie, and
that's-
it's an amazing bit that keeps
Yeah.
going that I love. But
because they're always something happened there, they dated, and she's clearly not happy about it, but he says she's fine the whole movie.
me and Kim are good now.
Reaction
jumps to her.
shot.
Jumps to her. She's glaring.
Yes. But yeah, I think we're on the same page with the message there.
Yeah.
Do you like how the movie ends?
So this is an interesting. This is interesting. So you mentioned how you feel like the movie really never slows down. I slightly disagree. I actually feel like the movie leans a little too much towards the trying to be serious
At the end.
and I think it takes away from it a little bit for me, if I'm being honest.
No, I could see that actually.
It's at the end, you're not laughing a ton. I mean, there's a few moments that you can appreciate and stuff, but it's not. I didn't find it laugh out loud funny the last 20 minutes of the movie a lot of the time. There's a couple moments, but I do think it slows down a little bit at the end.
No, honestly, now that you're saying it, yeah, I think my original statement is mostly how it starts. It starts very quickly, introducing and setting up very quickly, but I agree. Once you're hitting the fourth or fifth X battle, it's definitely slowing down.
Yeah, and the other thing that's interesting about this though is that what we're seeing is not the original ending. I don't know if you saw this.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, the ending was changed. I think it was based off of pre-screening audience reactions.
Oh, interesting.
People didn't like the original ending, and if I remember correctly, the ending was that Ramona kind of just walks away, and him and Knives end up back together.
Oh.
That was the original ending, and people didn't like it. They were like, no, wait, him and Ramona, they should end up together. People were so upset about it not being them that they rewrote the ending.
Wow.
And it's funny because once you know that, when you watch it, you can tell a little bit.
Yeah.
They're kind of setting it up a lot of the time for them to end up back together, him and Knives.
Yep.
And it sort of comes out of left field a little bit that I don't know. The funny thing is that somehow, despite knowing that the ending was redone and I can see that it was rewritten, the ending actually still works for me.
Okay.
It still works for me that it's Ramona basically walks away thinking that it's over, that this is how it always goes down. The guy always, it just doesn't work out. And she thinks that, I don't know, it's almost
She's
like
the source of the problem. Like she
yeah,
is meant to be a lone wolf or something.
but I actually like that Knives is the one that's like, go after her, you know?
Yeah,
like
because it
that
kind of shows
works
some
for me.
growth for her too.
Yes.
She got past this heartbreak situation because he finally gave her that closure and apology, and she's seen.
There's also another reason why I think that's the better choice, but we'll get into it later. But
Okay.
so overall, I do like the ending. I think it does slow down a little bit because it doesn't have quite as much comedy as the rest of the movie. So that's my take. I wish it was still as funny, but I mean, it's fine. Like it's not a huge deal to me, but I do think that the humor is a little lacking.
No,
in a rewatch, especially.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I think the ending is fine. I did not know about the original ending.
Yeah.
But what's interesting about that is like I put in my notes, they make you think he is going to stay with Knives.
Yeah.
It feels very much like
they totally do.
And now I know why. And I'm glad that he didn't. So I guess I agree with the test audiences that helped make that decision, because it just like, I feel like, I don't know, it probably would have been fine if he ended up with Knives.
Yeah.
But
would it have? Would it have been fine?
It would be okay. No, I don't know.
I have thoughts.
I don't know.
We'll get into it later.
Never mind. But my point being, I'm glad he ends up with Ramona because he just fought for her that whole movie.
Like, you can see in the line that they gave to Knives, you've been fighting for, like, you can see that was like in a like a feedback card that someone gave. He just spent the point whole of the movie fighting for her, and now he doesn't end up with her. What the heck?
Yes, exactly. And I like to think that this is going to break her streak of bad relationships.
Yeah.
You don't know, but like that, it kind of ends with a hopeful, like, oh, this guy's being different.
Yeah.
He wants to still try things with me.
Yep.
After all of that. But I did have a negative about the ending.
Okay.
A very minor thing, but I really just didn't care for the nega Scott.
It's so funny because it's like, I think it's purposely trying to be like anticlimactic. Like it's like, it's building up to this video game trope. Like, do you remember that in like Zelda Ocarina of Time? Like, you fight like a Nega Link, essentially.
I don't remember that.
And he has red eyes. Like, it's very much.
I
think there's a handful of movies like that. It's in the Water Temple, like, and it's you go in there and you fight like an evil Link.
Interesting.
But like, you're thinking it's going to be this huge battle, and then they just like have a friendly conversation.
Right. And I know, like, obviously they were playing that for laughs, setting it up just to laugh that, oh, nothing actually happened, and they're just small talking and joking. But like, it just doesn't hit for me really well. I just feel like
I could see that.
It needed to just end before Nega Scott showed up and get to the two girls' decision.
But they have the thing that like foreshadows it at the beginning with the is it Nega Ninja or something like that on the video game?
Yeah, the dancing.
I can never quite take that guy. It's almost like it's a little bit of like, again, part of the message is he's okay with himself now, even the good and the bad. I mean, it's it's very like on the nose a little bit if you think of it as like a message, but yeah, it's fine.
No, I could see that, but I could do without it. I think it would have been just fine taking that out. I don't think it added anything.
Seems like I either myself or someone else had an interpretation where it was like, wait a minute. So one of them's the good Scott and one of them's the bad Scott, and someone had the idea that maybe the way they play it off is that the one that's Nega Scott is actually the good Scott, and the Scott we've known the whole time is the bad one.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know if I buy into that. I don't know if that makes sense
No.
with the red eyes and everything, but it was kind of it's an interesting thought. But just a thought.
All right. So, favorite and least favorite character.
So, favorite character, it's actually a tie for me between two.
Okay.
Chris Evans and Kim. And it's weird that I'm using the actor and the character in this. Chris Evans is so good in this movie, and it's so against type for him, at least from what we know him now. Like,
it is very different for him.
The wild thing is like I was trying to figure out what it is that's going on that makes him look the way he looks. I'm pretty sure he's just doing that. Like, his eyebrows are doing this weird thing. I think he's just doing that.
Really?
It's not a makeup trick. Because the reason I say that is they did during COVID, they had like a
cast, like,
a read through with the cast
yes.
on YouTube, and he showed up and did it. And he went right into that mode, and he did the thing with his eyebrows, and it was crazy to me. Like,
wow.
it was like he can just do that with his eyes. It was
like Jack Nicholson.
I think he just plays that obnoxious, like, I don't even know, like it cracks me up how I don't know. It's so funny the way he is. He just plays that jerk of a person so well and so full of himself.
Yes.
But again, it's kind of a tie for me. All the moments with Kim are hilarious. Her commitment to the bitterness towards Scott the entire movie, it's so good. I think it's most noticeable with her, but I think they do it with pretty much everybody if I read right. Nobody blinks in the movie. Like, really? Except for a very rare couple of times. They did that on purpose to make it more comic booky or something like that, but nobody blinks in the movie for the most part.
Interesting.
And Kim, I think, is the first person that I noticed. Like,
oh yeah, I could
she is not blinking.
Yep.
But like her stare downs and like just like, me and Kim are good now, and it immediately jumps. Like, it's so funny, like, all of her stuff.
That random moment where there's a second band competing with the little girl as a drummer. There's a moment where the little girl drummer has a reaction shot just staring down, glaring at Kim, and they both just glare at each other.
Well, someone, like, I think it was pointed out in the trivia that it's funny that they bring up, they have a girl drummer. Mm-hmm. Apparently every band that is shown in the movie, I guess minus the Katayanagi twins or whatever, every band that has a drummer always has a girl drummer in the movie. So it's just funny. I didn't notice. I guess Clash at Demon Head had a girl drummer. I honestly didn't notice, but
yeah, I didn't notice.
So Kim and I can't even remember what his character's name is at the moment. I feel dumb.
Lucas Lee.
They're doing a lot of the characters do the double letter trope. Lucas Lee, and there's other ones that I can't remember. I think
something Gideon Graves
and Roxy.
I don't remember.
I looked at them all and I can't remember any of them.
But see, I wondered that, but Matthew Patel is not.
That's true. But they don't all follow it, but there's a few.
Yeah.
Which is a superhero trope in comic books. But as far as least favorite, I was watching it again, and there's some things that I read about that make sense about this, but the twins, the Katayanagi twins, they're kind of lame, honestly.
Very lame.
Like, you don't get hardly anything from them. They never speak, and I'll get into more of like what's up with that, but like apparently there was a plan with like a subplot where they like kidnapped, was it Kim?
I think so, yeah.
And they were going to have a lot more to do, but from what I read, there was a language barrier, actually.
Yeah, like, and they didn't speak had a hard English, time. And so the director couldn't really tell them what to do.
So he cut like a huge subplot. Yeah. So we could have gotten more from the twins, and we didn't. So yeah. And it shows. Like, I just think they're just kind of there. It feels like a filler part of the movie, frankly. But
yeah, I put them as one of my least favorite as well, because even like that whole scene that they're in, I don't care for it at all. Watching it last night, I was just like,
it's the least interesting.
This is really lame.
It's the least interesting of all of the scenes. I mean, it's
There's no
like
dialogue between them, obviously, because of what we read, I guess. But like, not even much like facial expression. The songs, I don't know.
it was like a hyped up, like a trying to be an overhyped version of the base battle that already happened. It was like they were trying to just...
They had creatures battling each other, creatures created by their music.
I mean, it's fine, and maybe it's referencing something that I don't know about, but
probably.
like, it's just nah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I have a second least favorite I'll mention later, but
Favorites.
Do you have any idea who I would say is my favorite character?
Is it going to be something really random? Like, it's not like the dude at the party who like answers the questions about everybody.
I love that guy. What's his name? Como or something?
Yeah, he was in a few Office episodes. He was like an IT guy or something like that.
I don't remember him.
Is his name
Office, Nick? But he also was in New Girl. He
is
plays
he?
one of Zooey Deschanel's boyfriends.
Oh, okay.
In a few episodes. No, I decided, kind of surprisingly, maybe not super surprisingly because it's not one of my favorite movies, but I think my favorite character is Wallace.
Oh, yeah. Kieran Culkin. Yes.
I think he is the funniest part of the movie. That's why I decided he's probably my favorite, because I think he has some of the most funny lines.
He is great.
And moments.
Mm-hmm.
I just think he does such a good job.
He brings
playing Scott's gay roommate.
He brings a lot to the movie. It's definitely like, that's a good choice.
Yeah.
I appreciate that choice.
Yeah. No, I think he's hilarious. You're gossipy.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I'm sure we'll have quotes later.
Yes. Yeah. Like I said, the whole movie is quotes, so it was kind of hard to...
I think quotes, I think I have more quotes for this movie than I've had for any movie so far.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to mention one more character that I dislike. I put the fourth evil ex, who I couldn't remember her name, Roxy, I guess.
Oh, yeah. And yeah.
Yeah, the reason I picked her is because every time I watch this movie, in a movie where everything is so over the top and ridiculous,
yes,
I feel like she is too much. Like, she is over the top, like her acting.
Which is saying a lot in this movie.
I just have never enjoyed that performance. I don't know if it's the actress herself and how she did it, or if it was what she was given, but that's my description of it. She just seems like over the top, but like more than the whole movie is over the top, and it's just too much for me. She comes off as annoying.
Okay.
But
okay.
Anywho, what about your favorite scene?
So it's interesting, as I was watching the movie trying to pick out scenes, because of the rapid fire nature of this movie and the way the scenes transition just very unusually all the time, and how it's just constantly moving, it's actually hard to even pick out scenes.
It really is.
It's more like there's moments more than scenes. The closest I could get is like, it's obviously there's scenes where for each of the battles, those are kind of a scene. That was the easiest thing to think about. But there's a few that I'll mention. So first of all, like, one of my favorite bits, and it's funny you mentioned Wallace being one of your favorites. I love the bit when they go to the first gig and it's like Wallace basically turning Anna Kendrick's boyfriend gay. Like all the interactions there and the build up to that, and then it ending with them being together.
Yep.
And Anna Kendrick screaming, Wallace, again?
Yes.
Like it's his superpower. It's so
Mm.
funny. I love that whole moment. I don't care as much about the battle with the evil X in that scene, but like the Wallace moments are really funny.
Yep.
This is a really small moment, but I have to mention it because it made me laugh really hard the first time and has ever since. But the part where Knives shows up at their apartment, and this is at the point when he's like avoiding her, but she's like, "Is Scott here?" And you like see him like leap through the window.
Yeah.
He just left.
Yeah, you know what? He just left.
I just love the way that part is orchestrated.
Yes.
I mean,
that is hilarious.
It's so good. And then you're going to appreciate this one. I wouldn't be surprised if you at least mentioned this.
It's probably on mine.
Knives confronting Ramona for the first time in the bathroom.
Yes.
It's just such a... It's so stupid and silly, and her reaction, it's like one of the most real reactions in the movie. She's like, "Hi, Ramona," and she's got her blue hair. She's like mimicking her, and she's just like, "Hi." Turns around, what the heck?
Yes, that was what I put as my favorite.
That's your favorite scene.
I felt silly saying it because it's like this short moment.
Yeah.
But that has always made me laugh.
It's
like,
so good.
Oh my gosh, Ramona's reaction to that is just incredible.
So this is my actual answer for the whole thing.
Okay.
I think you could argue it includes that part, though. I think the entire sequence of events for Evil X number 3, all of that is just like peak for me with the movie.
Why am I? Oh, yes.
So Todd.
Yep. He has
the bass player.
a 3 on his shirt.
Well, yeah, they all have something. Like I think Lucas Lee has a tattoo of a 2 on his neck. There's something. All of them have.
Notice that.
I think they all have little things like that. Every single one. It
just hit me for the first time that is it Todd?
Todd
has a giant 3 on his shirt. When I was trying to figure out, is this which X is this?
There's like so many things, and I'll bring up some of the things in this like throughout this sequence later in other parts, but like I think just beginning to end, them going to that concert all the way through to where he defeats Todd, it's just great. I love everything about that moment. Some of the funniest stuff happens there. Some of the best music happens there.
Yep.
Like I love it. It's so good.
What's a really just fun little cherry on top for the end of that scene, the sequence that you're talking about? The vegan police high-fiving when they walk away.
Yeah. Just in the background, like, and it's like echoing in slow motion. Yeah, and run away. It's just, it's so good.
I knew it was coming, and I got so excited because it's just one of the smallest, like, silly details for them to put in.
It's really weird to me because both of those guys look super recognizable to me, but I can't place them.
Yeah, I didn't try to look them up, but I thought the same thing.
They look so familiar, and I'm like, who are these guys?
I wondered if they were like famous TV people, maybe.
Probably. Like
one of them kind of gives off like that Highlander actor.
Yeah.
He's not him.
It's not him. Definitely not him. That's Christopher Lambert, I think is his name. But like, I also wonder if he played the Punisher once. He looks like the guy who played the Punisher, the John Travolta one, but I don't know if you've seen that. But like, he looks like that. I wonder if it's that guy. I didn't look. I honestly just didn't look. It might be.
We'll have to look them up.
The other guy also looks familiar, but I can't place him.
Yeah, they both look familiar.
Anyway, yeah.
Okay, nice.
So you mentioned the bathroom scene.
Yes.
Were there any others that you wanted to mention?
Yeah, so I think that bathroom moment with Ramona and Knives is, my favorite moment. But I also like the build up to the first battle with all the Wallace stuff. That's really funny. And just like the discomfort of Knives and Ramona both being there and how stressed out
And she
Scott is.
she throws a kiss on Scott like right in front of her. You're
yeah.
just like, whoa.
Yeah. Very uncomfortable, but very fun. And then the only other one I was going to mention is you talked about the whole sequence of like the second.
The
third?
The third.
Okay. Third.
The third X.
Second band.
Yeah, you're right.
Gig.
Yeah,
I don't know what to call it. Battle. Not battle. Gig. When they're opening for Clash at Demon
A gig is
Head.
a gig is a
A
gig.
gig is a gig is a gig.
Okay.
Yeah, you mentioned liking that whole sequence. I specifically was going to mention that I like the backstage scene, which I think actually can qualify as a scene. There's a pretty decent chunk of time.
After the show, and it's got like the whole cast is basically there. Aubrey Plaza is there.
Yes.
The only, I guess Anna Kendrick's not there, but
yeah, that scene is great. It's really funny.
You punched the
highlights out of her hair. Yeah.
And did you notice there's like a splatter of blue on
the floor? There's like blue paint splattered on the wall next to her. Yeah, that's a good one. Moving on. What would you say is the most awkward scene or part in this movie?
So it's so funny because this is such a big part of the plot of the movie, but for some reason it hit me way harder this time, and I was like, that's a little bit weird, like, of a choice to do this. Again, this is like the beginning of the movie, and it's a big part. Scott is a 22-year-old man, and he is dating a 17-year-old.
Yeah.
Like, the more I thought about it, I was like, wow. I mean, everyone was kind of giving him crap about it, but like,
yeah,
as an adult, that hits me a little bit differently, where I'm like, it's a little weird.
What hit me differently this time was, yes, they always play that out, that like it's kind of ick and like he shouldn't be doing that. She's underage.
Yeah.
Like, there's this whole big deal of like, oh, they have to be 18 for it to not be like a crime. And then it hits like today, like last night.
Obviously nothing ever really happens,
he
but it's like
sleep with her, but
it's still it's like, man, that's it's a bit weird.
But then she's also like, my parents were 9 years apart.
I it's like, that's such a pivotal part of the movie, but it didn't hit me until last night that I'm like, that's a bit cringe. And I have to mention it, as far as awkward scenes, it's always been a little weird to me.
Is it gonna be mine?
Probably. The defeating the fourth evil X by touching the back of her knee and basically like, I don't know if there's any easy way to say
giving her an orgasm.
Yeah. He defeats her through. That's a bit like over the top for me personally, but like,
that was mine. It's so uncomfortable.
Just a little like, oh, okay.
I hate that.
I mean, I don't know. There's not much else to say. I just find that part to be a little awkward. That's just me.
Yeah, me too. That's what I had. It was like, I personally find that very uncomfortable. It's just like maybe one of the most inappropriate things in the movie, and then it's just like, why?
Yeah, like, I mean, it's fine. It's fine.
And
like,
that's probably partly why I dislike that character too.
Maybe, yeah. It's I don't know.
It is what it is.
It's funny because like that fight actually does have some of the coolest stuff going on, like Ramona pulling out her giant hammer that she has in her bag, and then her like puppeting Scott to fight her because he won't do it because he doesn't want to fight a girl.
He looks so pathetic. He's got like little T-Rex arms.
There's some good moments, but
yes. Well,
for me personally, it was a bit much the way that it ended. So.
We are in agreement on that. And now that we've discussed that, I put one other very small thing that I find just just a little awkward. And it's going to sound like nothing compared to that other thing that's
Sure.
so obviously uncomfortable. But I think every time I watch it, the fight between Knives and Ramona at the end, I hate the dialogue between them while they're fighting. Because it sounds like this like dubbed over, very fake and unnatural conversation that they're having.
Interesting.
Just hits me wrong. Again, it's a very small nitpick, but I find that slightly awkward.
Yeah, to be fair, I kind of what I already said. Like, I find that whole scene a little underwhelming nowadays. I don't know why. It just doesn't do it as much for me anymore, but it's fine.
Yeah. What about the biggest pitfall? Does this movie have a pitfall?
I think so. Here's how I want to put this. I think you've been hitting at it a little bit, or like similar thoughts. As I'm watching it, I realize that the least interesting parts of the movie tend to be the fight scenes. Like every fight scene, I'm just kind of like, yeah, let's get to the next part. Like,
yeah.
And the way that I will put that, and I think you've talked about this too, is like, I like this movie as a comedy. I don't really care about this movie as an action movie. So like, I don't go to someone and say, you should watch this because it's a great action movie.
Right.
I wouldn't even say it's a great action comedy movie. I just say, no, it's a great comedy movie. Yep. So like every time I'm watching it, like it's not like there's anything particularly wrong with the fight scenes. Like they're pretty well choreographed and all that stuff. And it feels like they put in the work to do it. But like,
they're just not that interesting.
I'm just like, I'm not here for this necessarily. I guess with him describing it as a musical that doesn't break into music and dance, it breaks into fights. I'm like the person who doesn't like the musical parts of musicals, you know. I'm like, just let them talk normal, you know. Like that's kind of the big pitfall for me, is that like that's such a big aspect of the movie. It's also probably why I like the third X the most, because that's not as much of a fight scene. They do the bass battle, and I think that's kind of cool. Like it's more interesting to me personally,
right?
And I already mentioned that I didn't say it quite like this, but I did think that the first half of the movie, in my opinion, is significantly better than the second half.
Yeah. No, I would agree. Definitely.
So those are my two things. I just don't care for the fighting, and I think the first half is significantly better than the second.
Nice. No, I agree with you on both of those. I didn't think about them when I was trying to think of pitfalls. But that is very interesting that you brought up the fight scenes, because I just like didn't put that together in my head, but I felt the same way.
Yeah.
Every time there was a fight scene, it was like I actually found myself thinking in my head like, oh, these are pretty decent, like well put together fight scenes.
Yeah.
But like,
it's not what
I'm just like sitting there waiting for it to end, like move on to the next comedic.
It's like it's really hard to inject as much comedy into that.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, I don't know. They do have moments, but like overall it's just it's a lull in the humor for me.
Yeah. Super random thought, but you talked about liking Chris Evans so much.
Yeah. No,
I think he does a really great job too. But I don't really like his whole defeat either. It's kind of lame.
It's like
he's able to, what is the word? Trick him into doing a skateboard trick.
It's kind of their way of being like, this is the battle of wits moment. I mean, but that happens a few times.
Yeah.
I mean, he basically beats Todd through a battle of wits, and
yeah, it's like fitting in the movie.
Sure.
I just like, for how much I did enjoy Chris Evans' character, it was kind of like, that's kind of lame that he's just gonna.
What does he say? There are girls watching.
Yeah, there's girls watching,
and he like has that like, you know, he like thinks about it. He's like, oh,
yeah,
it's called a grind, bro.
It's called a grind. Oh man. Well, that being said, the pitfall I put might be upsetting to you.
Uh-oh.
I was really kind of reaching for a pitfall.
You're not going to say it, are you?
You don't know what
You're not going to say it, are you?
It's not that bad.
It's not about Ramona, is it?
No.
Okay.
No.
We're good.
But I think it kind of reflects some of our conversations with 500 Days of Summer.
Oh.
I kind of related it back to that, where I don't think Scott is a very likable person.
Oh, okay.
Not in the sense that, like, I'm watching the movie hating his character.
Sure.
But, like, because it's a comedy, right? So it doesn't really matter, like, that he's a bad person. But, like, I see that as a slight pitfall that, like, I'm not super attached to Scott because he's doing these terrible things. He's dating and, like, leading on this 17-year-old, and he's hurt other women in his past. Like,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, he's not very likable. And the fact that he, you know, pursues Ramona when he's got knives on the hook, like, I don't know. That's all I had to say. Is, you know, that might be a pitfall for some people, that the lead character is kind of a jerk, but
Yeah.
a stupid jerk. Nerdy jerk.
A nerdy jerk.
Yeah. So, music, Jeff. What is your favorite musical element?
This was actually the easiest one for me to answer.
I know what you're going to say.
Black Sheep by Metric. It's such a cool song.
Yep.
It's always been like the highlight musically in the movie for me. I do appreciate, like, I think the music by the Sex Bob-ombs is fun. Like, it's, I'm not going around listening to it by any means,
blends
but
together for me.
yeah, like, but man, that song is so good. And specifically, and I feel a little bad about this, like, I bet it kind of hurts Metric's feelings a little bit, the band. I do prefer the Brie Larson version. I like the version in this movie. So, and the funny thing is, it took them 10 years to finally release the track officially.
Oh, wow.
Like, you couldn't get it officially anywhere. Like, people were trying to basically create it on their own, like piecing it together from the movie and everything. Like, but they finally released it for the 10th anniversary. So you can officially listen to the Brie Larson version.
Wow.
I think her voice fits really nicely with the song.
Yeah.
And
is the original not a woman singing, or
no, it is. It's just
different.
It's very different. I'll have to let you listen to it. It's
okay.
It just doesn't. Part of it is probably just, you know, it's what I first experienced, and so to hear a different voice after experiencing it that way, that's probably part of it. But I also I genuinely think Brie Larson does better. So it works for me. So that is definitely the one for me. I
didn't know what the song was called or who originally wrote it, but I also put that song. I don't actually love the music in this movie.
Okay.
But I mean, it's not that I dislike it either. It just doesn't really stand out to me. And as I said, the Sex Bob-ombs, that just sounds the same. Like, every time they're playing, they probably play the same song a lot over and over anyway.
There's at least a couple, yeah. But
okay. But that being said, that is the standout song for me as well.
Yeah.
And then I wanted to do a little plug because I don't know if it registered until I had read the trivia.
Is it the Zelda song?
Yeah, they put Zelda music in it. It's like when he goes to the bathroom and is like transitions into a dream sequence. Yeah.
That's like the fairy. It's like the fairy track, isn't it? I mean, I think it was featured in a lot of Zelda games, but that's what I think of is when he goes and sees the fairies.
I think so. And I read about how the director wrote a letter to Nintendo.
Please let me use it. It's pivotal to the movie.
It's the lullaby of video games. Yeah.
It's the lullaby of a generation or something like that.
So once I read that and then I heard it, I was like, oh my goodness, it is.
And of course, it's paired up with the P-bar.
Yep. Yeah. P-bar.
P-bar that goes away in like 2 seconds. Yep. It's like, oh.
I was trying to think if they do that with like, do they ever have him like drink something where it like
I don't think
kind of does the
so.
opposite?
I don't remember
Because
anything
that would
like
have been
that.
clever. But
Yeah.
unexpected cast or crew.
I thought you'd appreciate this one. It took me a second. I didn't realize it right away. There are 2 people in this movie that are featured in one of your favorite movies.
Oh my goodness. I made that connection today, but I wasn't going to say anything.
So
yeah.
Roxy, or whatever the heck her name is, the 4th Evil Ex, she's in Perks of Being a Wallflower.
Yep. And
also,
young Neil.
Is
also in Perks of Being a Wallflower.
So she plays the kind of obnoxious
Buddhist friend,
like
Gothic
that, like,
Buddhist,
forces herself on him basically, and then young Neil is the bully who's also in a relationship with one of the main characters. I can't remember his name or anything.
The football player, yeah.
But I was like, if Becca didn't notice that, she's going to appreciate this.
Yep, I did notice.
Spoiler alert from your list, right? Or is it? Wait,
actually, no.
It's not in your list?
It's in my top 20.
Okay.
It's not in a top 10 though.
Dang, I could have
debatably swore. Though. I think I've gone back and forth about bumping something else to get it up there, but
interesting. I could have swore that was on your list.
No.
Yeah, okay. Never mind.
Close
Never
though.
mind.
Yeah, that's fun that you noticed that and brought it up cuz I just noticed it as well. I just mentioned obvious things. I like I like that Aubrey Plaza is in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's hilarious.
She is really good. And she's just being Aubrey Plaza.
Yes, it's just classic.
Best version of
she
her.
always plays that, and it's kind of her thing. But man, it's good. She's got that whole scene where she's just swearing every other word, just swearing at Scott in the coffee shop.
But it's bleeping it out.
Yeah.
But the thing that's weird, this kind of goes back into like one of the things that's weird about this movie is it's like initially you think these things are just for the audience, but then Scott full on acknowledges that she's bleeping her words.
Yeah.
So it's like it makes you realize that like wait a minute. Yeah. All the weird stuff in this movie, a lot of it's actually happening. Yeah. Like it's not just for us.
Yeah, he does say something like, "How are you doing that?
How are you doing that with your mouth?"
And she like snaps at him. Don't ask me how I'm doing it. Oh man. Yeah, so it's fun that she's in there. I love that moment in the music shop where Knives is like,
do you have any Clash at Demon? That was my first quote that I wrote down. Do you have any Clash at Demon Head? Did you try?
The aisle labeled Clash at Demon Head. Yes.
Oh, it's so good.
Anywho, it's fun that she's in it. And then I was gonna mention the very obvious. There's like 3 major superhero actors in it. I
mean, major's debatable, but yeah.
Major superhero character. Okay, the movie kind of was a flop.
What is Superman's name? Do you remember? Is it Brandon Routh?
Roth? I don't remember. I think it was Roth something.
I think so.
I was gonna write his name down. I feel bad.
He's one of those people that it's really interesting to me. He kind of fell off the radar soon after this. Like he did Superman and then
I think Superman ruined him. I don't know anything. I just assume.
That actually makes me a little sad. I didn't hate him as Superman.
No.
It was just, it wasn't a great movie.
Yeah.
I mean, it was fine, but like, I don't know. But
yeah, Todd, the third X, played Superman, and it flopped. But then you've got Brie Larson and Chris Evans.
She's unrecognizable. Did I already say that?
No, you didn't.
She's unrecognizable.
But yeah, when I saw her first poster and in the beginning of this movie, I was like, Brie Larson, what?
I mean, I looked at the poster. It's
probably because I didn't know who Brie Larson was back when we saw this movie.
She looks so different, though.
She
does.
mean,
part of it's age. She was a lot younger at the time, but like so different, and she's playing a very different part than
Yes.
would, and I love it. I
Yeah.
love the part that she's playing. It's great.
Yeah.
Hi, Scott. Okay, I'm jealous. It's just like, oh.
Yeah. she
Her and
does a
Todd are
job.
good for each other. It's too bad he's
Yes.
dead.
You just made my boyfriend explode into
You just
coins
headbutt
or
my boyfriend
yes,
so hard that he burst.
that he burst. That's it. Oh man. What about trivia? Do you have a
Mine, we've talked about a bunch of trivia. Mine is kind of dumb. This is something that, like, as soon as I read it, I was like, of course it is. But the bleeping sound that Aubrey Plaza is doing to censor herself, it's the old, like, dial-up internet sound. It's like a little clip of the dial-up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, like, as soon as I read that, I was like, of course it is. I totally recognize that sound. Which, anyway, I just thought that was an aha moment for me. I was like, because it is a weird beep noise if you don't know what it
Yeah.
is. It's like, what is that?
That's funny.
Dial-up
Well,
internet.
I'll recognize it next time. Mine's kind of lame, but I picked the trivia that talks about Scott throwing that package in the trash.
They did it like over
33 times.
It's like this
33
1
takes.
second moment.
Yeah, for him to actually toss it over his shoulder.
Again, that's them doing things in
Yeah.
camera practically.
Yeah, they did not want to use CGI for that, so props to them.
Yep.
All right, Jeff. Quotes. The movie of quotes.
Oh my gosh.
What are some of your
All right,
favorites?
I'm gonna rapid fire a few of
Okay.
these. Wow. I didn't do that right.
I was
Matt-
worried about trying to do it myself.
Wow.
Wow.
When Scott shows knives his house, it's like I had that as a text tone for a while, like back when people did that more often. Is your girlfriend distracting you? And then she's in the room. I'll be quiet.
Be quieter.
And this one's really good. They're in the party and they're like saying how it sucks, and Scott's like, I'm gonna go pee due to boredom.
Mhm, I
And
knew
Neil's
you
just
were
by
gonna-
himself.
I
have to pee. Oh my gosh, it's so good when he walks up to Como or whatever his name is.
Mm.
And it's just like he's so immediate in his responses, like no
That's what's
thought
so
whatsoever.
funny.
But he holds up that picture. Do you know who this is? And it's like a scribble. It's just like barely anything. And he's just
Yeah,
like,
that's Ramona Flowers.
yeah, that's Ramona Flowers. I already mentioned me and Kim are good now. And then it cuts to her like glaring.
Mhm.
I like the part when wait, who told you? Wallace died. And then he looks down.
He's unconscious.
He's not even conscious.
Yes.
When she shows up with the package, were you the Pac-Man guy? No, that was just some total. I was the other
No.
guy.
That was some total A. That one made me laugh so hard.
Did I say date? Slip of the tongue. Tongue.
Yep.
And I like how Scott, when Wallace tells him he has to break up with knives, but it's hard. And then of course, bread makes you fat.
Yeah.
Bread makes you fat.
Bread makes you fat. Yep.
Okay, this is really annoying because it's written down wrong everywhere. Like on IMDb, they have it written wrong. I think the closed captions might have been right. I don't know. It was so fast. I had to go back and forth and get it right when he says, I don't know what it is. I sort of feel like I'm on drugs when I'm with you.
Mhm.
Not that I do drugs. Unless you do drugs, in which case I do them all the time. Every drug.
Yep. Yep.
Just he has to please her. It's called the grind, bro. And then when he does the wheel spin for things to say, like he doesn't know how to respond when she asks him how he knows knives, and it like goes through it and he mixes two of them and ends up saying,
I need to go pee on her.
I gotta pee on her. I mean, I gotta go pee. Sorry. And then, oh my gosh, this one gets me so much. Envy to Todd. You're incorrigible. I don't know the meaning of the word. And then it like
A
the little
tag.
blip. He really doesn't.
Yes. I
you'll-
remember you liking that.
And then you'll love this one. He punched a hole in the moon for me. It was pretty crazy. Just so
Yeah.
matter-of-factly. And then Todd's whole thing. You'll be dust by Monday. But why Monday? Well, she gets the weekend off, so Monday, right?
Cleaning lady.
And then the vegan police. Gelato isn't vegan? It's milk and eggs.
Yeah. Milk and eggs.
So
Oh,
it's so
man.
perfect. And then and I like the part when he's on the phone with Gideon and he's like, is Ramona there? And is Ramona with you? And he's like, I don't know. Are you with me, babe? And she nods.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And then you hear, ah! Like he's upset, but he just like spilled hot
I
chocolate
just
on
spilled
his.
hot chocolate on my crotch.
There's a lot. I tried to hold. There's too many.
It really is like the whole movie.
There's so
Every
much.
scene, there's something.
A gig is a gig
hilarious.
is a gig.
Yes.
For the band.
What do you play? That's kind of a hard
That's
question.
kind of a hard question. Zelda.
Tetris.
No, there's so much. She can geek. She has the capacity.
That
to
was
geek.
my first one.
Sorry, I will shut up.
No, you're good. I don't.
What about you? Do you have any that I missed?
Not many, because you did cover a lot of the ones I was gonna say. I was gonna mention she has the capacity to geek. That's funny. We already talked about you punched the highlights out of her hair. And yeah, wow, which I didn't really just do in the right tone, but the wow quote
It's
and
so
bread makes you
hard.
fat, those two I actually use.
Yeah.
Like, not fairly often, but we have used them with each other. You already mentioned the picture, but that one has always cracked me up, where he's like, you know who this is? You know who this is with hair like this? Yeah, that's Ramona Flowers.
The follow-up to that's really good when she leaves and he goes back up to that same guy. What do you know about Ramona? And he just, all I know, she's American. Like
She's American.
He's right into it.
Yeah.
You know everybody, right? Yeah, I do.
I've only got like two more that you didn't mention. When Wallace yells, "Kick her in the balls!" When he's fighting the girl ex. Oh man! And then another one is Wallace. Is that a girl? Is that girl a boy too?
Because it's Crash and the Boys. That's the name of the band.
Yeah, and the emo band member is like, yes.
Yes, and then she flips him off.
Oh man, there's so many. That's good.
It doesn't stop.
No.
It doesn't stop.
It really doesn't.
This one goes out to the guy up there. It's called "We Hate You, Please Die," and he's like, "Sweet, I love this one."
Hey Jimmy, do they rock or suck? They have not started playing.
That was a test, Jimmy. You passed.
Oh man.
So much. It's pirates are in this season. Like,
Are you a pirate?
are you a pirate?
what does Scott say after he defeats the first X?
Oh, coins.
Oh, coins, sweet coins. Starts picking
But again,
them
it's
up.
like you think that's like a visual thing for us, but nope, there are actually
Yes,
coins on the ground, and he's
yes.
picking them up. And apparently, these people are dead.
Mhm.
Like they actually are dead.
Yep. All right. Getting to the spouse ratings, Jeff. What do you think Sarah rated this movie?
This is funny because, like, I mean, this was a pretty big deal of a movie for me by the time we were married. Like, it was still fresh for me at that point. And I definitely turned it on. And me and Sarah have watched it together. We've had friends watch it with us. So, and the fact that she was like open to that idea and was kind of seemingly excited about it. No, all that said, I think she gave it a 6. I think she just gave it a 6. So she's like, she likes it more than dislikes it. It's not going to be anywhere close to her top 10 if she ever makes one, but 6. I'll give it a 6. I think that's what she said.
That is a solid guess. Sarah gave it a 6.5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She said, quote, I actually think it's pretty funny. Has some goofy moments and good quotes. It's obviously a little random and out there and not something I'd ever choose to watch myself.
Yeah.
But I can enjoy it occasionally.
Yay.
Yeah.
I'm turning it on tonight. Going to go to bed and turn it on and see what she says.
She's giving you the thumbs up. You can do it. You can watch it now whenever you want.
Okay, what do you think about, what did Kyle have to say? Did he watch it with you last night?
He watched it with me last night.
Nice,
yeah.
nice.
He actually, when I asked if he was going to watch it, he said, well, I have to rate it, don't I? And then he stayed awake.
It does feel a little unfair that Sarah doesn't get to sit and watch with the... I'm wondering how that's going to work when it's a movie that neither of us have seen. Like, I'm going to have to figure out how to make sure she can watch it with me, but...
Well, I mean, we've talked about if they haven't seen it, they can just give it a
5 or...
mid-level rating and say, I haven't seen it. But...
what do you think Kyle did, though?
I really have no idea.
After his 9 for the holiday, it's
like,
what are we gonna...
I've got no concept of what his rating system is like. But like, really, I didn't really get any inkling of how he was feeling watching this movie last night.
Yeah, wasn't
he might have laughed a couple times.
It's kind of hard to, like, not many movies, frankly, make me laugh when it's just like me and Sarah watching a movie, so I kind of get that.
But I was gonna guess that he'd give it a 6.
Okay. Are Sarah and Kyle the same person?
Oh my goodness.
No, he did give it a 6.7 out of 10.
Oh, okay.
6.7. Which...
Oh, 6, 7. That's a Kyle.
No.
That's a Kyle joke.
No.
That punk.
I didn't even think about it.
Oh my gosh. He would.
6.7 out of 10. And then he says, I think it is a unique story. Has some very clever moments and a ton of actors I forgot were in it. But I found myself wanting to enjoy it more than I actually was. I'd watch it again, but probably wouldn't choose it from a list of options.
Wow.
Yeah. So
okay. That sounds about right. I mean, that kind of makes it sound like me, Sarah, and Kyle are on the same page.
I was going to say, one of the things we've never really done is because usually we would assume we would rate it high, but
we don't give our own ratings.
We've never given our own ratings.
Yeah.
I guess the assumption is that, like, for our favorites, it's got to be a 9 or a 10. But if it's not your favorite...
Right. If it's not the opposite person's favorite. Like,
sure.
Like I said, it's not on my favorites list. So this time around, I was like, yeah, that probably lines up with Sarah.
Yeah.
I like the movie and find it very funny, but I don't know if I would ever, like, turn it on myself, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, interesting. Okay, we're at the point of our random unscripted question, and I know we both struggled this time around, although I think it's always a struggle for me.
I don't usually, like, I usually come up with, I just, nothing. It's like, I have something, but it's not great.
I wish we knew what each other's were in this case, because we both said we have 2 to, like, decide from, and what if we have similar ones? So now I don't know. Like...
Go for it. I really doubt that ours are similar, just even if they're both lame. It's fine.
I'm gonna give you my extra lame one, because the other one requires a little more thinking, and I just don't think it's very fun to think about anyway. So I'm gonna give you the very simple.
Dang, now I'm curious. I like to think. What are you talking about?
You want to think? I can give you the thinky one.
Give me the thinky one.
Thinky.
I like a thinker.
It's not gonna be what you're thinking. It's not that in depth, Jeff. But
Oh, I'm ready. Mine's so not in depth.
I might have to mention the other one because they're just both so lame. Okay.
Okay.
Which sex bomb band member do you think you are most like?
Oh.
Personality wise, obviously you don't look like any of them.
That is an
because they all have
question.
pretty like defined characteristics,
I'm
traits, personality traits.
okay, so I'm definitely not Kim, not just because she's a girl, but like I don't think that's not my thing.
You're not brooding and negative.
Honestly, like just from the gut, I think I'm young Neil more than anyone else.
Okay.
Scott is probably second. I don't think I'm like, I can't even think of what his name is.
I can't think of
Is
his
it
name
Stevens?
either. I don't know. The lead singer.
Oh my gosh.
He's like the lead or the captain.
Well, he's the leader of the band.
Leader of the band is the
He's
correct
the
way.
talent. He's the talent.
Yes, that's right. His
It's sad that
tag.
I can't remember what his name is.
Yeah.
I feel dumb.
That's sad.
I think yeah, young Neil resembles me more than the other three.
Okay.
Although young Neil's not like part of the trio, but I think of him as part of the band. So
Well, yeah, he can obviously play because
he's like the
fills
backup
in,
bass player, and he ultimately signs.
He wants to be there, but he's
I like
quiet.
the lineup. You sound better.
Yeah. He's kind of like a wallflower. But
that was a good one. I appreciated that.
Yeah. You don't have to lie to me, Jeff.
That's one of your better ones.
Oh no. That's just sad. All right.
It's making me want to rethink my question a little bit more.
I could give you my second one if you want. That's a really stupid one.
All right, are you ready for my dumb one? Should I just do it?
Yep.
Okay. Dang it, I'm going back and forth because I have two, and I'm just like, which one is? Shoot. Okay, I'll give you this one. It's kind of a three-parter. It's a three-parter. It's not what you think. Throughout the movie, Ramona, she changes her hair color.
That was my other one. I mean, it had to do with the hair color. Sorry, continue. I can assume where it's going.
I want to know your favorite, least favorite, and what her next color should be.
Oh, okay.
It's funny because there is very clearly one that I disliked. And
yeah,
there was one that I was like, nope, that's not working.
So favorite on her.
Her.
Yeah.
So yeah, what are the colors? There's the
pink, blue, and green.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I think pink looks the best.
Okay.
By far. And green looks the worst. Green looks terrible.
I agree about the green.
And I think that was probably like intentional because she's supposed to be like unhappy when she's with Gideon and has green hair.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know. I just assume that because it looks so bad. I have to think there was a reason.
The green was, it was rough. I think I'm in agreement with you, though. I think the first one is pink. That's what her initial color is, and that's definitely like the better one.
And he's so upset that she changed it.
I kind of get it. I'm like, the pink was nice. It was a good look.
Oh, that's funny. You said it was a 3-part question, or
so what should her next color be?
Oh,
like what color should she try next? No wrong answer, obviously.
I want to say purple.
Yeah, I was actually thinking like, part of me wanted to say she did purple at one point, but I think it was just pink. I mean, pink and purple are not. I mean, they're different, but not like one's got a little.
My
blue.
first reaction was gonna be orange, and then I thought purple would look better than orange.
Yeah, orange. That wouldn't.
Get into the hair colors with one of my movies too. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dang, now I want to know what your other questions were.
Though I only had the two.
So it was the hair color.
It had to do with hair color, but it was much lamer than yours.
Well,
it was going to be if you had to dye your hair one of Ramona's hair colors.
Oh, that's not bad.
Which one would you choose for yourself?
That's
I know
rough.
You wouldn't, but if you had to.
Gosh, that's hard. I guess I go blue just because at least I like...
You wear blue?
There are shades of blue that are like I consider to be my favorite color, like certain lighter tones, but like that wouldn't... It's a dark blue. I mean, geez. And it's... Yeah, anyway.
Yep.
Are you curious what my other one was?
Sure.
I was going to ask you, of all of the evil exes, which one would be the most agreeable in
like,
your
which
for
one
you?
Would I date?
Which one would be the most likely for you to date personally?
Oh man,
they're all pretty bad, honestly. Like,
yeah.
I hate to say it. Like, I think there's an obvious answer, and I don't like it.
I don't think there's an obvious answer. I can't think of any of them that are... I don't know.
Okay.
If we're talking attractiveness or just like pleasantness as a person.
It's just generally speaking, which one is the least off-putting, or like...
Oh my gosh. That's a terrible question. Because I kind of want to say Gideon.
It's funny.
He comes off as like the most normal, least animated person of all of them. But then he has his like...
But he's also horrible. And
freak out moments at the end.
And he's got the control chip on her neck, which is like, okay, that's psychotic.
Yes. Interesting.
I thought it was obvious, though. That's why I didn't ask. I felt like the pirate at the beginning was... Because, like, he seems like he might actually be a decent human, honestly. I mean, obviously he's fighting Scott, but, like, he's not, like think Lucas Lee. He's, like...
Oh, yeah. Like, he's, like...
He's awful.
Full of himself.
Movie star. Todd's kind of the same way. And...
Yeah.
He's kind of dumb. Maybe that's not so bad. He's probably the most attractive of them all. Maybe you disagree. I'm a bad judge of attractiveness, apparently.
He probably is, yeah.
And then, I mean, I don't know. I guess I don't have anything against the Katayanagi twins as people. They don't really... you don't really get to know anything about them, so maybe they're all right.
Well, I definitely wouldn't want to be dating two of them, so...
Yeah, that's fair.
That's funny.
Anyway.
I thought about things along the lines
So first and last maybe are the best pick. I don't know. That was my rationale, but...
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Well...
And stuff.
We made it through another one, Jeff.
We did.
Knocked another one off your list.
This was a fun one to talk about, though. Was
just pouring out all the quotes.
Little more energetic than maybe Gattaca.
Yeah. We talked about how that one was so weird to talk about because we both love it so much, but it felt like it wasn't as fun to talk about.
I can't decide if it was an off night for us or if it was just... I don't know. I don't know if anyone else noticed. Like, we both felt like there was a little less energy on that episode.
Yeah. Great movie. Still, like, love everything we said about it, but not necessarily the energy or fun to talk about.
Yeah. The quote section was significantly less on that, like lesser on that one, or smaller, but...
That was the eye-opening moment for me on this one, is that this is...
It's a quotable movie.
Yeah, the whole movie is a quote. So yeah, that was a fun one. I appreciate getting to revisit it, because it had been, I don't even know how many years since I had watched it. It was fun.
Thanks, Becca.
Thanks, Jeff. Until next time,
Until next time. And bye, everybody.
Bye.